This is how a fucking relationship resume should look, right? You stand in front of the camera, you go, look, this is me. I'm fat. I'm not fat. This is my name, age, weight, height, body count. Like, and I'm pretty sure for dudes, women want to put like what he does or what he makes and shit like that. But yo, this is like legit, like the perfectest way to do a resume. Let's do this more often. As a matter of fact, let's every from now on dating profile instead of a picture is a video like this and just straight up stats. Don't give me a fucking bio. Don't give me a description of blah blah blah. No, do this and then that's it. And she said her body count was 47, and it sounds legit because of what she said to somebody in the comment section. Um, this lady said, "I'm not judging. I'm just curious how people find." I think she meant women. 47 different dudes they even want to do that with. Now let's analyze that question before we get to the answer. That is quite. I don't understand why people think that's not a good thought or question. It really is. It absolutely is. When think about it, and she said 12 years ago, so 47 over 12 years, like just for a year, right? Let's just say four. So that's every 3 months. That means for 12 years, you had no consistency in your relationship life whatsoever. In fact, the only relation consistency in your romantic life was different partner, different partner, different partner. Now, I'm a person who believes, listen, psychologically, that has to be draining for anybody, right? Now, if you want to say the dudes are different, for me, it has to literally be one of those just like in the dark, prostitute, shit like that, right? And the reason I say a prostitute is like less of a hit on your psyche than a regular chick is because if you can run through a new chick every 3 months, that's when you start to build up this. You want me to do what? Fuck this. I'm not doing that. That you start to build that up, right? And I am not talking from does it screw you up as a human. I'm talking about does it screw up your ability to withstand a consistent relationship. This chick, unless she gets unless her boyfriend or her husband becomes her top three in bed by default, she gonna have to fuck out this nigga. She gonna hate him. She's going to hate him. She's gonna go, like every time that fourth month comes up and she's fucking this guy, this like she does this not in her top three. She's gonna be reminded every time this was a new date this time. Supposed to be. So yeah, every 3 to 4 months is that's quite the deal. Over a 12-year period. We're talking a decade plus. Every 3 to 4 months. But she responds with, it adds up over the years. I lost my virginity almost 12 years ago. A few one-night stands, a few friends with benefits. 47 a year would be a lot for me, but over that time, it's pretty normal for someone who goes out and meets people often. I just have sex when I want to and make sure to be safe. Now, here's the thing. I know that last sentence, everybody, ladies, men, whatever, is just like, yes, what's the problem? That's what you spoke. Yes. Well, that means, like I say all the time in Kendra G's comment section, that when you are trying to start a new relationship or dating, and she either gives you the vibe or flat out tells you, you're not getting this for about 6 months. So hold up. Why am I double on? What the fuck? Like you have one-night stands, friends with benefits. Now, this is why those questions come up. This is why the podcast exists. Because there's no way that you can tell me that every time, listen, if a woman's body count is above 4, she says the same shit that this chick is saying. Like, that's pretty normal. An average of 3 to 4 months, new dick, that's kind of normal. Friends with benefits, it's kind of normal. One-night stands, that's kind of normal. So, what's the issue now? When we're saying yes, I like you, I want a long term thing. What's the problem with adding this dick to your resume? Exactly. This means she doesn't like you. It's proven. Fucking proven. Like, you don't even need a big Harvard study to show it. But I'm only gonna do like a few comments and then I'm gonna write to her profile. Just look at some pictures. Good thing you're tall. You carry the weight well. She said, we need to stop acting like grown women need to weigh 150. Well, the difference is she's wearing a workout outfit. So obviously she a lot of that is muscle. Obviously, like, stop. I understand that a lot of people hate the fact that there's the Kevin Samuels guy, that he said like 140, some shit like that. But obviously he's talking about a very specific non-workout thing. Most women who are 200 pounds plus are not built like Chick Gunsworth. That's just not it. Like, I'm 6'1", 245. I am not the muscle man. And to pretend that, what you mean, I'm a grown man? Of course I'm 245. What the fuck? No, I'm fat. Most women who are 200 pounds plus are fucking fat. Like, why do we do that? Come on, yo. I'm not, but you doing 4.7 million a year. It's obvious it's about thrusting. You stay safe. Sex also, you're exchanging bacteria, immunity, energy. It's not about stimulating nerves. What the fuck was that? Sure, I guess. What the fuck was that? 5'9", 210, something not adding up. I think you're closer to 260. Okay. The people saying your body count is wild would never say that to a man. Do your thing, girl. Sincerely, a recovering purity culture victim. Okay, y'all really need to stop comparing that to men. This is all preference based. The body count is preference based. Which now I have to actually defend the people who the simple men are different. Now I gotta defend them. I gotta be on their side for a second. You prefer to not have to, like, deal with any type of not knowing he's doing shenanigans, right? Which is fine. But if he'd rather end up dealing with someone who isn't experienced versus someone who's a flat out hoe, that's also his preference. What the fuck? Why would we address a dude's body count the same as a woman's if they prefer different shit? Why? If that's the case, any dude who's like, oh, when y'all be clowning these dudes who say, nah, I'll wait until she show me the choosy signals and walk up to me, you can no longer have a problem with it. Because what? Women do it. Women wait till somebody walks up to them. What are you talking about? Women do it. If you're going to play the you wouldn't do it to a man game, I also wouldn't judge a woman for saying, I sit back and let him come to me. Nobody would. They might give her some advice, but nobody would judge her for it. But we criticize a dude if he's even kind of sort of somewhat mentions, yeah, I just let her, pretty much hit me up because, I just sit back and chill and I don't really approach like that. People go, what the fuck are you, a girl? Get your ass out there and approach. Stop doing this. It's stupid. It's not a double standard. It's literally just preferences on either side. One side generally prefers someone who's assertive. The other side doesn't. One side prefers someone that's smaller than them. The other side generally prefers the person that's bigger than them. Why the fuck do we act like that's not a thing? To make you feel better? So let's just scrap that and get right to it. Can't tell if these are squat proof. To be honest, do people even care about that? Okay. Again, when you can be loose, it's like, why are you stopping with me? Yo, fun. I'm gonna go ahead, right? I'm gonna show y'all the convo after this. But some chick, 28. That ain't, unless she had a baby. 28 and that cellulite don't. Something off. Something is off. Anyway, so y'all know my non-dating approach, right? Um, this so I followed a chick off the Kendra G show, and it wasn't an attempt to like holler at her, but I just every now and again I follow a chick just to see what her page is about, see if it's interesting, and then eventually I'll unfollow. I think I may follow one chick for longer than a few months, but that other than that, I typically unfollow pretty soon. Um, but no, actually, I want to ask this question. I asked this question before. Unless you're the guy, if you're not the guy who women will have these one night stands with, or situationships with, or friends with benefits things with, why would you be the guy that they marry? That's one question that has to be, that must be the question. You have, listen, and I know you don't want to take talking points into real life, but you legit, like, if this very chick who has this post up that we originally looking at, if she's telling you that, yeah, she want to pursue something, but, you got to wait and take it slow, you kind of have to ask her, well, if I'm not the guy you would take it fast with, why would I be the guy you'd marry? Because that answer typically is what they say. They usually say like a million different words about it, but the answer is typically something along the lines of, well, you're just not, you're just a security blanket, all right? And here's the thing. Men would be much more okay with being security blankets if it was up front. Like, if you could just straight up say, look, you only getting pussy 3 times a month because I don't like you like that, but you got a job and I don't want to work that long. I want to stop working. Well, now we have the chance to go, no, I got to be 3 times a week. And then you go from there. But this silent negotiating you do for the guy himself without him knowing, that's bullshit. So always keep that question in mind. But again, so this lady, it was, if you watch her channel, it was a chick who's from Chicago with 2 kids. So like I said, I followed her with no intention to hit her up. But when I followed her, she followed me back and then messaged me like maybe an hour later or something like that. And we just went back and forth. And then I said, well, fuck it. Let's just see where it goes then. She's interested enough to hit me up. Fuck it. Let's see. Right? And her situation was, she said herself she had 2 kids, by 2 different dudes, never had a relationship, and she has a current friends benefits. Now, like I said, we all know what my my dating thing is if you've been here for a while. So I don't do the typical dating. I don't. We can talk about everything we think we need to know about the person. We can shit, what am I trying to say? Oh, we can talk about deal breakers, that whole nine layout, what we expect, what we want. We can meet each other people. And then we can solidify with one date. That's it. And we spoke on the phone on, I believe, a Friday. And she was like, oh, why do you feel the need to move fast? And I explained it. You know what? We've watched her enough, so I'm actually going to go to that message now. God damn. All right, so that might disappear. I gotta edit that out. Might have to edit this whole fucking thing because I should have screenshotted it. But so here it was. So I started from when I asked her if she thought about it, right? Because we were back. But here's the thing. That was on Friday. She hit me back up on a Monday. Because remember, first of all, I wasn't going to hit her up at all. I was just going to follow on Instagram. But then, when we had the conversation, I could tell she wasn't into it. By the way, she was like, what the fuck? So, what did I do? Oh, when we hung up, I just didn't talk. I just didn't reach out to her anymore because again, she didn't seem like she liked it. I wasn't gonna hit her up in the first place, so fuck it. It is what it is. So then when she hit me up Monday, I'm like, oh, okay, sure, okay, what's up? And she was giving me dry answers the whole time. I'm like, why the fuck is she even? So that's when I just hit her with this. Like, okay, did you think about what I said? And she goes, yeah, I did. Just trying to understand why you feel the need to move so fast. And again, I explained to her, like, not a need, just a preference. As you see, like, I want to know why. All right, it's really to keep it simple. I don't think you need that long. Because I don't. I don't think you need that long. And one thing I explained to her in a phone call when she just wanted to fucking yell at me because that's all she did, which is odd as shit. All she wanted to do was yell at me, which is fucking stupid. But people will date for 2 years and go nowhere. People will get married after 10 years and stay forever. Or they'll get married after 5 years, stay together for 2 years, and get divorced. Like, it's all over the place. You don't need that much time. And secondly, when you look at how many people, especially the Kendra G show, which she was on, hell, her situation itself, so many people go through that dating process only to get the feels and nothing else, and then end up a 2-time baby mama, never in a relationship. Why the fuck would you do that? I've come to the conclusion you don't need it. And she asked me on the phone, I'm not going to go through the rest of it because I don't want to have to edit it any more than I have to. And just in case I don't edit it because I only got like 6 people who watch, please don't call that number or fuck with that number at all. Like, I don't know if I have any of those type of people that follow me. If I do, please refrain from doing that, okay? It's absolute nonsense. But she's like, you think a girl about to, and I'm like, ma'am, it almost happened before. She just couldn't get like her license and shit together. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but she just couldn't get her license and something together, right? And again, she just keeps yelling and yelling and yelling. And I'm like, ma'am, did you want me to explain anything to you to get enlightened? Or did you just want to fucking yell at me all fucking day? And she's like, no, you don't understand. Like, how do you just expect, you don't want to bond, you don't get to know the person, you don't get to, and I'm like, ma'am, did you, I said, I'm not trying to be an ass, but look at your situation. You literally are a proof of what I'm talking about. You were in this, and she didn't even let me fucking finish. But I was going to say, you have been in situationships and got a kid out of it, and what? And it went nowhere. And her dumb ass went, yeah, but I knew him for a year before I did that. We got tested before I did that. It's like, was that the point? I thought the point was you're a baby mama ×2. And you don't really have much positive to say about either baby daddy. Go watch your clip. Go watch that fucking clip. But yet here you are telling me my shit won't work when your shit ain't worked. My process has kept me from having your dead ass in a relationship. Your situation. I'm not the one with 2 kids and 2 baby mamas. But yet you get to tell me I'm wrong. And that's been a constant thing, and I'm sick of it. It be so many people, whether it's chicks I'm trying to talk to or family members or whoever the fuck, that's not going to work. And it be people with fucked up situations. Your shit didn't work. What the fuck? How do you get to talk shit to me about what I want doesn't work? Meanwhile, literally, you are living proof that what you want to do doesn't work. The insanity. Literally, I don't want to look up the definition right now because I don't want to have to again do more pausing and shit. But literally, isn't the definition of insanity to do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results? But yet, we look at this thing called dating, see the pathetic results it produces, and goes, "Oh, let's keep fucking doing it then." Why? 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 If every time you get in a sports car, you crash, but every time you get in a pickup truck, you don't, how much sense would it make to be, yeah, but sports car gets you where you need to go fast? If you live, like, this literally is insanity. You got people who literally have been divorced a couple times, maybe a couple times, if they even had a relationship at all, like this chick. And we'll say you trying to go and just get the basics out of the way and go and get into a relationship like that, that won't work. Oh, and another thing that I actually forgot, I asked her when she said my expectations, I'm like, and I'm not gonna go down, but pretty much, which I asked her like, so do you mean like living together, a full blown relationship? Because I need to know what you mean by timeline. And she, fuck it. Again, do not fuck with this number. All right, I'm too lazy to edit it out. All right, but anyway, so I asked her full blown relationship, and she says just steps, and she says as far as stepping stones are concerned, and to me, I responded to her with what I thought was very simple and basic. I only consider living together to be a committed relationship. I thought this was clear. Let me repeat it word for word. Living together is the only thing I consider a committed relationship. What exactly is confusing about that? I don't do stepping stones. Again, I think they're kind of stupid. We're adults. In some cases, like hers, you have kids. We're still going to do the, oh, you're my girlfriend. Yay. I'm going to give you a promise ring now. We're going to do that. Then we're going to, I guess after that is where we get her pregnant, right? Because it's surely not the relationship first. And then we'll try a relationship, right? And then we might even try to move in together. And then like 10 years from now, we might get married. You see how stupid stepping stones are fucking dumb. They're dumb. We're not in school. They're stupid. Grow up. If we are not living together, and I have to say this every time we talk about this. When I say marriage, I don't necessarily mean the legal part. The only important thing to me about a wedding is you say what you're going to do, what your intentions are, which are called vows, in front of the witnesses. That's the only important part of the entire ceremony. Not you riding away, not you dancing, not the kiss isn't even what the fuck. It's just, that's like technically the handshake. The important part is the two people say, this is what I'll do. Okay. This is what I'll do. Okay. All right. Y'all, if y'all for real, say I do. I do. All right. They said it. To be held accountable, they will. That's the only part that matters. So, if we're not to full blown living together, and I will only do living together in that regards. I'm not moving in with a chick or moving her in with me, and it's just some boyfriend. You can stay by yourself to be my girlfriend. Like, that's just stupid. You can live by yourself. Because then that's when everything starts getting messy and pointless. It's like now we're on the territory of, okay, how are we splitting bills? Because there's no way you can say you have to pay the bills because tradition. Well, tradition doesn't work like this. It's not just some thrown together shit. Even if you do, like, the thrown together example of tradition is a shotgun wedding, which is, all right, you niggas is together because y'all fucked around that kid. So fuck it, you're married. That's the thrown around thing of tradition. Y'all don't want that. So If we're committed in a committed relationship, we are living together the way I see it. It's the only way I'm willing to do it. So she go, huh? I'm lost. I asked you about dating. Do you date? Why are you only speaking of living with someone? Now, when I read this, I hear agitation. I hear it. So I just tell her, okay, give me your stepping stones and I'll answer with those. Because I don't understand why she asking my stepping stones. And then when I told her I only see relationships as living together, she's upset. I didn't get, like, just give me your shit then. Fuck it. Give me your stepping stones. How about that? So she goes, you don't have any of your own? You don't have expectations on building and bonding with someone? I said, well, I don't label it anything, but what I should have said here, to give her credit, what I should have said here was the bonding part can take place inside of the relationship. Now let's think about this. A lot of people would respond with, you gotta do it before. You can't just do it. But again, look at people like her. They're willing to figure out the parenting after the fact, but it's just this horrific idea that I say, let's worry about the bonding after the fact. Let's make sure we understand what exactly what we want. Do we want kids? Is this okay what we do financially? Is this the type of lifestyle that we want to live? Do we need to travel all the time? If I said, let's get that out of the way, and then worry about the bonding part inside of the relationship or marriage, that's yours. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? 2-time baby mama? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're willing to just leave your marriage because you're bored? And I have a broken home? You're just okay with that? What's wrong with you? But you can't ask what's wrong with people when they do that. But they get to grill you on what's wrong with you. Or at least me. Maybe I'm the only person who thinks like this. That I say, worry about the Nicky Nack, what I call Nicky Nack shit later. That's too much. Come on, yo. Stop it. But they have to be living with you in order to be considered your girlfriend. Yes. For me, it makes most sense. Boyfriend, girlfriend doesn't actually have any commitment. Now, she says, huh, I'm so lost. I'm assuming she thinks boyfriend, girlfriend is commitment when literally it's, you know how they say, I walked away because we grew apart. Boyfriend, girlfriend has less commitment than that because you don't even have to file paperwork. You didn't even, like I said, do them vows in front of those witnesses. So you don't even have anybody say, oh, whoa, what? But y'all said this. But this was, y'all supposed to do this. You didn't have that. You literally just have, oh yeah, that's my girl. Oh, this girl said she wanted to be my girl, so that's not my girl no more. You literally have that. Like, it's not even, like, it's so flimsy. No, I don't consider boyfriend, girlfriend to be commitment. It's not. It's fucking not. I only consider living together to have actual commitment, not prior to. And she responds, so you don't date to get to know if you want that person to even be your girlfriend. Make it make sense for me, please. Now I know she's pissed. That's why I said I'll call her later. I just know she's pissed. And here's what really made my head explode when I was talking to her. And when I got to the point where I'm like, I'm just about to hang up and not even try to speak to her anymore. She used that word that women love fucking using. She said, you're trying to control someone. It's like, I asked her this question over and over again. If I'm telling you up front and you can choose to take it or leave it, how the fuck could it be controlling? Like, the person who's somebody who's controlling, they don't let you know what you're getting yourself into. They definitely don't let you know before you get an emotional attachment. Controlling is your baby daddy who know he can just come around every 2 or 3 weeks and fuck you because he got you pregnant. That's controlling. Me telling you this is how I see commitment, well before you even think about it, nowhere near controlling. She goes, I got kids. I can't just I'm supposed, ma'am. Okay, that would mean you probably want to just not do it then, right? I don't understand. I don't understand why she only wanted to yell at me. That's just crazy. And to know who I'm talking about, again, do not call this number. Do not do any of that. Right here.
Yeah, I think you had us on your car.
Right here.
Can you hear me?
This is better.
Okay.
What's your name, Bo?
So apparently, I was trying to control her. Remember, mom to two, never been in a relationship. Let's think about this. Let's think about what control will have to be in this situation. I would have to convince her to move here, without the idea of, of her unbeknown, right? I said that word wrong. That's not even a word, but you get what I mean. Her and her two kids. I have to convince her to do that, which is going to take time, obviously, right? But then let's just say she goes what I said and she moves very quickly, right? So I have to convince her to move her and her two kids very quickly to my home, which is a 3-bedroom house. That shit is going to be tight. Then controlling, what does controlling look like? I don't fucking know in this situation. But whatever you got in your head, just say that's what I do with her. It pisses me off that the guy is never considered for anything. Anything, except bad shit, right? Because that means I will go from living on my own, which means I can spend my money on myself. I can spend my time on myself. I can spend my energy on myself. Football Saturdays, college, shit myself. I got a little picture on my Instagram. I got full screens running. Football Sunday. When I hoop, I get to come home, shower, relax, get a pizza, whatever the fuck. Quiet. I'm going to risk that to control her and her two bastard kids. That's what I'm going to do. Because that's more pleasurable than enjoying my goddamn college football, especially with Michigan defending their championship. I would rather control some hood rat and her two bastard kids. That's what I want to do. Does that even make sense? Or would it be so much more of an enjoyable thing to have an actual companion that you like, right? That y'all make your relationship work. Wouldn't that be more enjoyable? But no, I wanna move her and her two bastard kids down to my house so I can control them. Cause that's a lot more fun than me being able to boot up NCAA 25 whenever the fuck I feel like it. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta fucking be kidding me. What? Like, I don't know if she thinks that highly of herself, but that shit crazy. This is not a way to just talk shit about her, but I'm pissed off. Cause I genuinely tried to explain what I was saying, and all she wanted to do was cuss me out. That's it. So you wasted my time just to fuck with me.
And another child, if need be. God give me my husband. Then if he want kids, we there.
Okay. Why? I respect.
From not being in a relationship ever to marry me and we can have a kid. That's a classic play from the playbook. Classic. But I wanna scoop you in and control you. All right.
Oh, God, Squeetie, you a mess. So, Squeetie, you're 33. What's the age?
Just hold up. Straight like that.
Who's that?
Just straight like that. One of my friends.
Okay. Woo, look at that booty, girl. Girl, oh, God, Sequita, you a mess. Sequita, you're 33. What's the age range you want to date?
I would love. I will go as low as 25.
Figured out you got needs. You talking a good one, but you ain't living by it. If I just your legs, okay?
Absolutely.
And what happens is the men are trying to figure.
Yes.
So don't even give them your energy if that's not what you want. But it becomes difficult because a lot of times in relationships.
I still live my life. I live. I will go.
Be in Chicago. So you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
About like 2 weeks ago. I still live my life. I live. I'm single.
She didn't even wait on somebody to react. She just reacted to her damn self. So you're not in a relationship. You're fucking somebody who I'm pretty sure you know that they're also fucking somebody else. But I might kill you, right? I might. Because you're worth me going to jail. You're worth me being on the run. Do you have any idea how full of yourself you have to be to think that? Like, seriously. I might kill you, end up in jail or on the run. Because what? But yet, you risk your life, I guess, what, every 2 to 3 weeks? All right.
I have needs.
So let me ask you this. Why not just date men who have sex with men who want to be in relationships so you can know your pool of options?
I want to be in a relationship. I don't want to sleep around. I'm not sleeping around because the person that I'm sleeping with, I know. You know.
Right, but
That's one of the things she kept saying on the phone. I knew him first, okay? And that got you where? Like, the denial be so strong that you can't even, like, fathom the idea of, I gotta, like, not, like, I gotta, you know what I mean? Like, she can't even listen to the question, ask the actual question. She said, why not just sleep with a dude who wants to commit to you? Who wants to be in a relationship? Who actually shows you that? So, but I know this guy. That did not address what the fuck she said.
here's the deal. I understand that. But a guy watching this will say, you just slept with somebody 2 weeks ago who you was not in a relationship with. So why should I rise to the occasion and be Mr. Perfect when I could probably have sex with you without being that?
Absolutely. And that's why I touched on me not ever being in a relationship, because I've never met someone who wants to really get to know me. So I want to change that narrative for myself, if that makes sense.
You see, that might be her trigger right there. I only half-ass listen to this. This. When I watch these, I like listen to them halfway, kind of. I'm usually doing something else when I watch, but that's probably why she caught an attitude right there. But you don't want to get to know me. I mean, I'm willing to get to know the fundamentals and get the bonding part after. But she probably figured out was, you're just trying to fuck me and then like get rid of me.
Right,
So,
but I'm happy you said you want to change it for yourself, because that's exactly where it starts with you.
Absolutely.
And you probably, and I think because, see, there wasn't a time, but I mean, we're in a time right now where situationships are more popular than relationships.
Literally the start of the video. That girl on the original start, for a guy every 3 to 4 months, there's no relationships in there. That's all situationships and one night stands. All of it. So again, I asked, if you don't want to have the situationship or the one night stand with me, why would you then want a committed relationship with me? I need that question answered.
Like, you know, back in the day, you used to kind of, you know, talk about it in secrecy. But now we created the term situationships to define the non-relationship but relationship activities.
Yes.
But what happens is you gotta learn, because
Which this lady has not a situationship. You're fucking this guy, or he's fucking you, whatever you want to call it. It's not a relationship at all. It's not a situationship. It's literally just fucking.
I think all people, this is not just a woman conversation, men conversation too. You got people that you can be with, that you can be in a quote unquote relationship with. And there's probably plenty of people that will have sex with you, but would never go into a relationship. So if you know you want a relationship, those situationship people, you gotta start cutting them out, because you gotta learn your real options. Like, you know, like situationships is so Queena, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you, like I told you in the beginning, I love your personality. I love your transparency. You are not a dumb woman. If a man has not committed to being...
Before I get to that, which is sounds going to be a great point for me, I want to read this comment. The amount of women who have children but have never been in a relationship, taken on a date, or even given so much as a Kit Kat for Valentine's Day is crazy. Hard to respect you if that's your reality. I don't know exactly what he means by respect. Maybe he means like see you in a light of a girlfriend or something like that. I don't know. But generally speaking, I absolutely agree. When all of a sudden, when we're both old and fat, now it's like, I think I can see myself with you. What, are we going to melt even more together? Like, when this is so common, ladies, it comes off as the greatest bullshit ever. It's like literally the guy you were having a situation. Why? Oh, well, he ain't shit. The fuck? You was there. You was with him. What the fuck you mean he ain't shit? He was fucking you for how long? Let's get back to her.
In a relationship with you, then you know what it is.
Yeah.
So it's, I love your transparency. You are not a dumb woman. If a man has not committed to being in a relationship with you, then you know what it is.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I'm not saying
you're not being bamboozled.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Because I literally said, well, at least tried to say, if we get the fundamentals down and we can meet each other people, I'm down for the committed part. But no, just bullshit with me for like a year or two. And then maybe. And maybe you'll be a single mom by then too, right? 3 times. A third time's a charm, right?
I'm not saying I don't, but I'm not finna sit here and like literally go through scenarios. But I do understand what you're saying, and I respect what you're saying.
Well,
So
listen, I'm just saying if you want to get to a relationship, that's what you told me.
No. And that's what I'm saying, because I'm tired of that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So for somebody to show me new...
I have personally heard this a few times. And as an adult, even before the red pill came around, I was just like, yeah, no. The idea of you're tired of that, therefore now the progress that needs to be made is going to be made by me. We need to start the fun shit right now too. Which is why I never considered myself a nice guy, because I always had asshole like tendencies. But like, we're not going to do the non-fun shit. Wow, I gotta do this. Just no.
Actually show me that and be that for me. I'm transparent to really getting that and having that for myself. So that's what I'm looking for. I don't want situationships at all, because I'm tired of it. I want to
How long
get
have you
out.
ever gone without sex, if you don't mind me asking?
Girl, 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't buy it. How do you go from I have needs to, oh, I went without 2 years, went without for 2 years before. She went 8 months and thought it was 2 years. Well, no fucking 2 years.
I'm not like thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had my...
Then why do you have a fuck buddy? Why? If you're not thirsty, why do you have a fuck buddy when you want a relationship? That's quite the contradiction.
Broken. And if I could be very honest, sometimes I'll be scared. And I'm not trying to put my business, tell y'all my business, but my mom was murdered when I was 14 by her longtime boyfriend. So I think sometimes that scares me.
I hate to be insensitive, but that's an excuse. That's a fucking excuse. She also said that shit to me on the phone. When I said there are people who have, and again, I didn't know this before she said it, but I like, yo, there are people who have been together for and like left, and I think I threw in, hell, there's people that have been killed by their fucking spouse after 20 years. Just like it's this idea of, oh, you gotta know them. You don't ever know them if that's the case. And then that's what she blurted out. My mother was killed by her husband or something, and I'm just like, okay, but I still stand where I'm at. And I think that's also one of the things that threw her over the edge. No pun intended.
Oh, a little bit. But I do want to love and be loved because I want to see what that feel like. Because
Well, I'm sorry.
You just want to see what that feel like. That tells me there's not even close of an idea, nowhere near close to being a guarantee you'll stay. When I say guarantee, I don't mean even if he's whooping her ass. I mean, even if the dude ain't doing wrong shit, there's no guarantee you'll stay. You just want to know what it feels like. And then you might be like, yeah, I'm over that now. Back to the streets.
I'm sorry you went through that.
Yeah, I haven't yet to see that. So
I understand. All of us are dealing with listen, you are so right. All of us are dealing with our childhood trauma in our adulthood. This is why it's important for therapists or whoever.
Yeah.
I got an oracle and a psychic.
Oh, I got a
They my
therapist.
therapist.
I got a therapist.
But either way, let's keep going. All right. So 3 flaws you have to work on.
Ooh. Talking too much. That's number one. You learn when to be quiet.
That is very true. She talks too much and too loud. Very true.
Trusting.
Boy. Oh, did she listen to her interview? Damn.
And being consistent with conversation, if that.
So she was consistent, kind of. It was only 2 different conversations, but boy, did she consistently give me one-liners. Just 1-2 word answers. So I guess that one's
Makes sense. I can be inconsistent at times, and somebody could be really interested in me, but I'm not, being transparent with I don't like to text a lot. I'd rather talk. That's why I need to learn how to shut up. You know what I'm saying?
bullshit. Both times I had to say, let's go on the phone. It's full of shit.
And so, yeah, shit like that.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because one big thing I can honestly say, I've loved and I've lost, and with that, I know how to love. It makes me better to be a lover, and that's the thing. I got a lot to give, and I just want to receive. I know I got that to give. I got it. Trust and know that. I'm always 10 toes down for a person, good or bad. You wrong, I'm gonna tell you wrong. I don't amen bullshit. I don't do that. But just being that person that you need, caring, cooking, cleaning. I'm going to work. I make my own money. So if you're going to do something for me, you're going to do it for me from your heart. I'm not going to have my hand out asking and begging, and I'm not that woman because I get money. I make decent enough money to take care of myself and my children. I'm good with that. Just love on me and give, let us cater to each other. It don't have to be about money.
Okay. And let's do this. So what was the age range you would date?
I said as low as 25.
25 to what?
I said as low as 25. I did.
What's the highest? Is there a highest?
Yes. It's 45.
And should he be in Chicago?
He can, and he don't have to be.
Okay. He can have kids?
Yeah. Yes, but to be very honest, because my daughters are older, I I don't want to say like I don't want to deal with a man with little kids because I love kids. Trust me. But sometimes because I was that baby mama that the man kept coming back when our daughter was young, I know that they can do that at times.
I think her youngest is like 10. But she be talking like their ass is like out of the house and shit. They still kids that need you. She did the same shit to me. They're like big girls, so like you will like never meet them and like blah blah. Like shut up. They're not grown ass adults. She's still there, both of them.
So I would rather not a young child, because I know you probably still deciding possibly.
Okay.
And I don't want to be called that.
Okay. So, Sequina, right?
Sequina.
Sequina, that's right.
My nickname is Queen.
Sequina. Sequina, Chicago, 33, Capricorn, security officer, model 2 kids, by 2 men. She'll date 25 to 45. Don't have to be in Chicago. Not really caring how much money you make, but 60, 70, 80 is good. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
No, not at the moment.
Everyone cut it there. I do want to come down to these comments. Apparently, at some point, she said she's wifey material, which is some wild ass shit to say when you've never even had a relationship, but you got 2 kids by 2 dudes. The amount of shit that people are allowed to just blurt out, and nobody's like, granted, Kendra has to entertain people for a living, but she literally never even thought about saying, "Yeah, no, you're not." Just ask somebody to wife you up. Just do that. You're not wife material. No fucking way. You clearly have made yourself baby mama material. Definitely not wife material. I'm glad you made this video. It reminds me of my transformation from a nobody to good home. Honest wife, 75K bi-weekly, and a good daughter full of love. Okay, thank you for that, sir. She for the streets. Why you say you're looking for a relationship when you're still giving the cookies to a pookie? We good men will pass on this. I'm gonna read these last 2. She's never been in a relationship, but she knows that she's wife material. Okay. So you ladies who are married, I really need to know, is it that easy? Is it that easy? You can literally go from hoeing, well, not like that kind of hoeing, but you can go from hoeing to wife. And it's just like not even a transition. Is that how that works? Because that's crazy to me. That's crazy. We need to crush this narrative that there is a man that is coming to save you. God never promised anyone a wife or husband. Never in the Bible does it say that. I don't know Bible, so maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, man, I done made myself tired. It's not even late, and I've become exhausted with this. But again, just to go over it real quick last time. I wasn't even gonna hit her up. I was gonna follow for a little while, see how she felt like the channel or not. I usually don't like it enough to stay following, and would have unfollowed her. But she followed me and then hit me up, only to drag out this bullshit yelling charade. I wish I had put on speakerphone and recorded it, cause that shit was crazy. But yeah. There she is. This nonsense. Be right, not positive. I'm out.